Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to talk about conversion routines in SAP ABAP report. So we will see today what it is exactly, how we can use it in our SAP ABAP program. So conversion routine are basically the actions of inserting and suppressing zeros is performed by conversion routine function modules, and there can be different kinds of function module, like for example conversion exit alpha input and then conversion exit alpha output is there. So similarly we will understand what are the other availables. So in the SAP, internal storage of data in database tables is different from the way it present on the screen. So let's quickly go to the demo program, and now then we will see how we can use it. So before that, let me take you to the some existing standard conversion routine. For example, there is a table KNA1 and you have a field like Kunal, like customer number. So if you double click on this here, you will see there is a domain assigned to it, like a KUNNR, NNR, and then you can double click on this, you will find their right routine. So that means there is a conversion routine already assigned to it. So it has a character length 10, and if you double click on this alpha, double click on it, a window will come. So here you will be seeing like there are two function modules that are relevant for us, like conversion exit alpha input and then conversion exit alpha output. So let me open another session for you and just open the tcode SE37 as it's a function module. So ultimately we will be able to test it in our through SE37 tcode as well. So let me show you how we can do it. Just pass it here, the input one. So first we are talking about this function module and just execute it. So this function module is, as it is mentioned here, it is for conversion exit alpha external to internal. So for example, if you're seeing on the screen, for example, uh, any customer number like 110, for example. So let me execute it. And so for example, we are passing any external number here, for example 112 for say. So if we execute it, we will be getting something like 000 with the leading zeros not executed. So yeah, we got some internal format like 000 leading and then 112. So this is how it will be saving in the database level, so that we can check from here as well. And this then we will be checking this as well. So let me first show you the input one. Just execute it, KNA1 table, and pick any value. So if I just double click here, you will be able to see the internal format like value unconverted. So this is how the conversion routine comes into the picture. Like at the database level, it is stored at this value, but to show you on the screen, it is saved as this. So if I just pass 149 in our function module that is here, just go back and pass again the value here, and then you will be seeing appending zeros with the value 149. So this is how external to internal works. But if I show you the another FM, like conversion exit alpha output and then execute it, and just take an example of this. For example, if we are passing internal format, right, then we should get 149 in the output. So just execute it. So see, we got the value. So now quickly see this thing in our ABAP program, how we can do it. So let's go here and just try to create some any uh, temporary variable, for example lv underscore corner, and type corner. Now what we will be doing, we will be utilizing first this FM only. So just pick it out like internal to external format, And what you can do, either you can write directly here or you can make use of this pattern here. So just pass there and it will automatically generate the code. Then now what you have to do, just pass there here the value like the corner, and the same you can pass here as well, and just uncomment it and hit even enter, and then do syntax check. And once it is done, we will be printing it on screen as well. So just write the right statement and now do the syntax check and activate it. And before we activate, and even just pass some value here. For example, let me just give it a default value, some like for example the same value we can assign even here. Just copy it and take a reference in our web program as well. So just give it here and try to activate it. Now we will be setting the breakpoint here to see in the debugging. So execute it. Now you will be seeing in LV underscore owner we have a value with some appending 0, but as we are using alpha output feature here, alpha output function module, it will automatically convert it into 149. And just let me do F, not F5. F5 will then we will be going inside this function module, so we don't want that as of now. So to skip that part, just execute F6. So see, you get the value 149 on the external format. Execute it. Yeah, 149 is there. This is how you can do it. Similarly, now we will be trying to use the alpha input feature. So just take a reference of this only and go to pattern, pass this, and instead of output this time, we'll be using the input function module. Execute it. Yeah, we got it and uncomment it. And now what you have to do, just select this LV corner, just pass it here, and then again you can utilize here as well. And again we will be using this here for writing on the screen. So do the pretty printer, do the syntax check and try to activate it. So as of now our value will be 149 at this stage, then it will be 149 from here, and now again if we execute 149 here, then we will ultimately get this value only. So let's see in debugging. Execute it. So if you can see here, we got the value 149 after executing this alpha output function module conversion routine. Then if I now do the F6 here, it will give us the appending zeros with the internal format, which is saved in our database, like you can see here. So this is how you can use the conversion routines. If I now execute the report, okay, guess it is not converted, and or what, LV underscore owner, or maybe some data issue. Let me again check this. Let's check again. We have LV corner, then we executed, it converted, and then we printed on screen. Let me do F8 again. Okay, it's not giving. So instead of that, let me create one another variable here for learning purpose. So let me take as a value corner 2. So instead of this time we can pass it here this value, and then on the screen we can try to pass the screen value. So let's try, do pretty printer, do syntax check, and try to activate it. So now let's see what happens in the debugging. Execute it. Go to desktop 3. Let's see what value I have, 149. Okay, well, we're gonna do nothing, just executed F6. We got value 149 converted. Now we can do F5 or just go F8. So it is automatically converting to the external format on the output screen somehow. Okay. Uh, see how what we can do. But meanwhile, let me quickly show you how we can do it at like for example at using a ABAP 7.4 feature as well. So for example, let me take an example of a listener variable here, lv underscore listener. For example, type listener. Sorry, I guess came wrong. Okay, lv listener type listener. Just give it a value. For example, what is the data type of this? Yeah, 10 character. So before that, we can append some zeros. For example, 4 zeros, 5, 6, 7, and then some vendor number. For example, 110, and then we can take a variable. For example, data lv underscore temp equals to. So what you need to write in ABAP 7.4 feature is like this. For example, you need to use pipe operator, and then inside that use the curly braces, and then do some provide some space, and then you can pass here the lv underscore listener here, the variable that is holding your value, or you can do even control space, select your value, and then you can write alpha equals to out. So what it will do, it will just simply do the work of this function module, but in a single line only. So this is how the ABAP 7.4 works really great. Move to the pretty printer thing, do the syntax check, and activate. And we can also print it on screen. Let's see how this works this time. lv underscore temp, underscore temp, and then as well as let me write the internal as well, or just execute it, right? Just activate it and see how it is working. Just set the breakpoint here and execute it. Now if you do the F5 here, LV listener has value this, and LV temp will have now 110 because we have written alpha equal to out. And now if we print on the screen, we will see 110 values here, right? Now try to do the internal one. So let's take out another variable, data lv underscore temp for 2 per se, for example, and now again pipe operator dot again curly braces inside, open close space lv, and now this time we can pass this lv underscore temp variable because it is already converted in the external format from 000110 to 110. So now we want external format to internal format, so that is why I'm taking directly this. And now you can write alpha equal to in because we want value in internal format. So again just do write statement to print it, lv underscore temp underscore 2, and do the pretty printer syntax check, try to activate it. Now set the breakpoint directly here and execute it. Now the debugging mode is open, and now just click on this. First of all, listener is converted to external format like 110, and now if we execute F5 here, so you can see it has converted your value into internal format. And now if I try to print on screen, just do F8. So yeah, it's working perfectly fine. Internal form out external format, sorry, and then this internal format. So it's perfectly working. So yeah, I guess this is perfectly working, and we learned about how we can use it like classical way, and as well as using a ABAP 7.4 feature as well. So if you are seeing here, for example, and at this level, for example, let me go to S11 again and click on this. So instead of that, we can even create our own function module as well, our own very conversion routine. For example, only thing will matter here like alpha, like a 5 character value is there, right? So instead of that, what you can do like conversion exit and then again underscore and then any value type related to your like requirement. For example, any you can give any, for example, you want some conversion routine for your, for example, employee number, like Werner you can pass. So Werner underscore input and then Werner underscore output. So that way you can utilize it. So function module ending with input insert zeros and ending with output suppresses the zero. So today we learned about conversion routines in a ABAP report. So I hope you like this video. Please stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Thank you.